Ya.
Hello, mister. Today we are going to present our podcast presented by Samuel Álvarez, Miguel Rueda, Juan Daniel Jiménez, Federico Consuegra, Juan Felipe Morantes, and me, Daniel Velázquez.
Today we will be talking about neoliberalism, but at first, what is neoliberalism? Neoliberalism is a political system that popularized in Central Europe when a group of liberalists confronted the anti-liberalist regime they lived in. The system they imposed wanted to separate the economy from the government. Basically, the main focus was to make the government a regulator and not a controller over the economy of the nation. They will just make sure the economy was all right by taking care of the national currency by the nation banks. All of the businesses became private, so the government did not have much importance on them and they created their own job opportunities.
How did it start neoliberalism in Latin America? In the mid of 1970s, Latin America neoliberalism anticipated all the trends of the developed countries. That paradigm was forced in Chile under the government of Pinochet, with the orthodox economic advice of Hayek and Milton Friedman. Neoliberalism was defined in the 1980s as an offensive by the capital on labor to restore the rate of profit. The following decade witnessed the worldwide ideological hegemony achieved by the aspect of a neoliberalism.
Augusto José Ramón Pinochet, military politic and dictator in Chile. His government was since 1973 to 1990. He accessed to the power with a coup to the ex-president Salvador Allende because of conformism with his hyperinflations and bad government. Pinochet's government was full of controversies like the dissolve of the Republic Congress, violations to human rights like free press liberty. One of his most particular economical reforms was a politic of the devaluation of the Chilean peso. This meant a higher dollar and exportations were very high, but importations restricted. His most polemic action was the death of 40,000 people in a way to censor the oppositors, especially the people that shared the communist ideology.
How did Augusto Pinochet become to power? In 1973, Chile presented a great political, social, and economic crisis, for which Augusto Pinochet decided to bring together soldiers and civilians who carried out a coup d'etat that resulted in his favor and defeated the democratic government, most called Popular Unity, ending the period of the Presidential Republic in Chile and the democratic government uh, who was in that age. He governed from 1973 to 1990.
Neoliberalism impacted the world, affecting it in different ways: economical, political ways, like free markets, access to more products and services. Two, meet consumer demand, greater value, and higher profits. The organization of people doing a job by their ability and workforce to do these jobs. Other effects created monopolies, lack of jobs, economical inequality, people losing their jobs because they don't have the enough ability that neoliberalism demands, and this makes people pass a lot of necessities in their life and need more resources to live.
In conclusion, the neoliberalism was a political system that sought to separate the country's economy from the government's by eliminating any subsidies, giving and not giving importance if a company earned better than thus generating much employment, economic inequality, and the growth of basic needs to die and monopolies. Pinochet was a clear example of neoliberalism that made the Chilean peso was greatly devalued and making it practically impossible importation.
Thanks for your attention.